Hey, there are like a lot of light novels and manhwas, and mangas of course, but the illustrations are more detailed and colorful because Koreans use different magazine paper for their manhwa, unlike in Japan. Manhwas or Korean comics are very similar to Japanese mangas. In fact, the words are derived from the same kanji characters. Many translated mangas have been adapted into manhwas, and now they're becoming popular in America. Another list of my recommended manhwas and manhwas where MC is transported to the otherworldly realm. So, stay tuned, eh? Number 10. The Reincarnated Prince Wants to Slack Off. It is one of the best mangas I've ever read. Haruta is an ordinary Japanese student who is tired of constant work and study. After getting tricked, he is reincarnated as Phil Graceheart, the youngest child in a royal family. When Phil is 3 years old, he gets a head injury that causes him to remember his former life. Armed with the knowledge of his past self, he is now on a mission to live a completely relaxing and carefree life. I recommend this one, yo. Number 9. The Death Mage Who Doesn't Want a Fourth Time. Amamiya Hiroto is unlucky. His life consisted of misfortune and after misfortune, culminating in an unlucky death during an incident on a schoolboat trip, trying to save a girl he barely knew. After death, he met a god of reincarnation who requested that the 100 or so dead passengers, one of them being the girl he tried to vein and save, be reincarnated into another world. Yet a series of unfortunate events forced Hiroto to reincarnate with even less luck than before. Starting with nothing but a tremendous amount of mana, will this cycle of death and reincarnation ever end? Number 8. Forget being the villainous, I want to be an adventurer. When the Earl's daughter, Serafiona, met the Holy Beast, she realized that she had reincarnated as the villainess of a fantasy novel that she had read in her previous life. This is the story of Serafiona avoiding her worst fate and her dream to become an adventurer with the Holy Beast, Lou. It's a pretty amazing story, not gonna lie. Number 7. Saint? No, I'm just a passing beast tamer. That he is, by the way, that he definitely is. Kanata has always loved animals, however, they've always feared her. In her young mind, she made a resolution. If getting close to animals wasn't possible, then all she had to do was become a monster tamer. Then she'd finally be able to put them to her heart's content, or content. She worked with all her might to become one in the future, to the point it would be considered overkill. The story of Kanata, 15 years old, as she becomes the strongest monster tamer while traveling together with her fluffy companions. Number 6. I'm engaged to an obsessive male lead. One day, Valiant Orlando comes to the realization that she's been living the last 21 years as a side character in a BL novel and is fated to die in 1 year. In light of this, Valiant decides to escape her abusive family and live out the rest of her days in peace. However, her only way out is getting engaged to the male lead of the novel, Jallard Littleteen. He seems like the perfect candidate for a contractual engagement because he's into men, meaning there's no risk of them actually falling in love with each other. But as the two spend more time together, Jallard seems to be falling for Valiant. Will Valiant be able to, navigate her growing feelings for Jallard while keeping her inevitable dirt a secret? Will that happen? Will it happen? I don't know. Will her death be a secret? I don't know. You gotta check it out. You gotta find it out yourself. Number 5. Yakuza Reincarnation. This manga is really good. Ryu may be getting on in years, but this aging Yakuza boss is still tough enough to take on the punks trying to edge in on his turf. However, when the young toughs ambush him, it looks like it's lights out for old Ryu. But instead of dying, Ryu wakes up in a fantasy world wherein he's in the body of a beautiful princess. Is he the one that the ancient prophecies spoke of? Ryu might be out of place in this fantasy realm, but he may be the only one who can save it as well. So there's that. There's a lot happening, to be honest. Number 4. Reborn as a vending machine, I now wonder the dungeon. The story was unique and reasonably good. After dying in a traffic accident, I find myself standing near an unfamiliar lake. My body won't move, I can't hear my own voice, and I try to shout in confusion. Words that I've never expected to come out. It seems like I've turned into a vending machine. How am I going to survive some fantasy world's dungeon like this? Number 3. Slaughter Queen Reborn. This is definitely a must-read. She was the legendary agent, the nightmare of terrorists, but after she woke up from her death, she realized that the god has granted her a new life in the ancient time. She was reborn into a weak girl's body, but she's determined to be as fierce and capable as she was in her last life. Even death cannot change the way of her until she met that fateful man, the 7th prince, and her betrothed. The Slaughter Queen might be cold and aloof like a she-wolf, but in his arms, she's always a little wild cat. Number 2. Though I may be the villainous, I'll show you what I can obtain, and I'll show you how I obtain happiness. A sudden engagement annulment and a quickly approaching condemnation event, tossed aside by the prince and getting married to this man? All the fiancés are crazy about the little lovely sister? The one to reach out their hand to the villainess who just had her engagement annulled is? Well, despite all the villainous stories starting off in dire straits, in the end they're all happy endings if you think about it. Number 1. Exterminator. Main character is a pest exterminator. He dies in the real world and gets reincarnated in a fantasy world with levels and monsters and even more. In this world, he does the same job of exterminating monsters like rats, locusts. While he is doing his job, he gets too much experience, or should I say XP, I suppose, and becomes more powerful than the hero who once killed a demon king. Damn, that's a lot. The MC is quite low-key, and his personality is very calm and collected. The art is good, and the story has also a kick to it. The only major problem with this isekai, it's, how do I say this? It's overly sexualized characters. There are too many female characters, and they are overly sexualized, and some of them are very annoying. Other than that, it's a good manga with a decent plot. That's all for today. I hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did, then give this video a like and share it with your friends and your family, and also subscribe for more Top 10. We Love Anime is signing out. My name is Zeta Khan, and I'm the voice of the voiceless. See you tomorrow at the very same time, folks. Peace out, yo!